Hi there, I'm Becky from 168 Fitness, and this is part 2 of my blogs on how to get fitter, more energised and more confident at home and at work. And this week we will be talking about how to get your plan of action together so you can achieve all of those things, get fitter, more energised and more confident. So last week we talked about setting goals. Now I know I've talked about this before, so it's very important to always start off with your goals, and we talked about how we can make those SMART goals. And this week, now that you've got your goal in mind, hopefully you've done the homework, you can start to make your plan of action. So what you will need is a sheet of paper. You can just draw some lines on it if you want to. Make sure that you've got a table, so you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday across the top, and then you've probably just got early morning, early afternoon, late afternoon and evening down the side. And then you just need to start adding in all of the commitments, all of your time constraints that are things that you can't really change. So I always start with work, add your hours in first, because that is obviously something that we all need to do, need to earn money. And so if you add in your work schedule first of all, and make sure that you leave gaps for if you get an hour's lunch break, because that's obviously a time that you could be using to start achieving your goals. And add in as well, if you know that your commute takes half an hour, make sure you add travel time in as well with that time. So once you've done that on your table, you've added your work in, try and add in next of all your meals, because it's really important to plan ahead. So if you start by adding in breakfast, making sure you've given enough time to prepare a nice healthy breakfast in the morning, that will help obviously. And then next month we'll be talking about more about nutrition, so what to eat, but make sure you've given yourself enough time to eat breakfast. Then lunch as well, if you take a lunch break, make sure you've given yourself enough time to get some food and to eat it as well. And then dinner time, how long it takes you to prepare a nice healthy meal and also to eat it. And then also snack times, they usually sort of happen on the go, but you might want to just pencil in some time aside for those as well. So after that, then you would look at scheduling in any family commitments. If you have children, you have to take them to certain places, you have to pick them up from school, things like that. You would add that in next, because they're sort of things that not really negotiable. But also bear in mind that if you are just dropping the kids off somewhere, then you've got the time perhaps in between dropping them off and picking them up, that you could be achieving your goals in those times. So don't just discard that time. Make sure that you're thinking about what time you have got spare. So after that, we'll assume that sleep is between sort of 10 o'clock at night and 6 a.m. in the morning. That will give you a nice amount of sleep, which will help you feel more energised. And then the time that you've got left over, if you have a look at your sheet of paper, you should find that you've got quite a few hours left over in the week that you can start achieving your goals. So what we've learned today, obviously, is that when people say they don't have time, usually when it comes down to fitness and things like that, then that is really just an excuse saying that you don't have time, because we all have 168 hours in a week, and it's just how you use them and making sure you use them efficiently to achieve your goals. So looking at your table, count up how many hours that you've got free, and then start to add in time, or start to set time aside for you to achieve your goals in those free hours. So thank you very much for listening to my video blog today. Your homework for this week is to do that plan of action. So you're not sure exactly what you're going to do yet in your plan of action, but at least now you've got the time set aside to start achieving your goals. And next week we'll be looking at how you can use that time efficiently to get you on your way to achieving your health, fitness and weight loss goals.